Hello everyone, this is Busy Bee. Just want to help educate everyone on the powers of Excel. It's a great tool for any kind of analysis. I also use it for my personal finances. Hope you utilize that for personal finances as well. So starting at the top, when you first get into Excel, you're going to be in the File screen. So I'm going to click on that File tab, and you're going to be on the New section. So if you want to open up a new workbook, you just go to blank workbook here. Excel has a lot of preloaded templates, but for the most part, you're going to go straight to a blank workbook if you want to start from scratch. So you just click there, and then you see the blank screen. Since I have a workbook previously open, there's a View tab here that you can go to. And you can see the option for switch windows here. And this option allows you to switch between different windows that you have available in Excel. And another term for switching windows is really switching. You can switch different files that you're working on in Excel, or as I show you later on in subsequent videos, you can actually take the same file and split that file into two, and you can have two different views of the same file. But for now, we're going to just click on this drop down and go to Lesson 1 ribbon. So now we're here on this file. This file is called Lesson 1. If you ever want to rename a file in Excel and you have the file currently open, you can go to File and then Save As. The Save As function is useful if you want to take one file name and then update that file name as a whole totally different file. So say if I wanted to make changes, but I didn't want to overwrite my original file name. My original file name is called Lesson 1 ribbon. Let's say if I wanted to call it Lesson 1 ribbon revised. At the end, I could just type in the word revised and then save. If I go back to File Open, now you see that's the name of the new file. It's called Ribbon Revised. Now, if I'm working on this form and I put in new data in this form, and I just want to save this form with the updated data, I don't want to create another file name, you just go to regular File Save. So that's the difference between File Save and Save As. Save As, you can name the file as a different name. With File Save, it just updates the current file that you're working on with any new data that you put in it. Starting at the top in Excel, there's something called the ribbon. So the ribbon has several shortcuts that you can use, which can save you some time. The first thing you see on the ribbon here is it has an autosave function. You can turn it off or on. If you turn autosave on, what it would do is, as you're working in Excel, Excel would periodically save your content at a certain interval. If you hit autosave off, it will not automatically save. You're going to have to manually save yourself. At work, I quite often have the autosave on, so that way, you know, if I'm working on a long project, Excel will save the info for me as I'm going along, and then if something was to happen to my computer, at least my work has been saved. Also, what I do as a backup is I like to frequently save myself. I'll just hit File, Save, like every 5 minutes or so. There is a shortcut for File Save. You hit the Control and the S function at the same time. So if you hit the Control button and S, that also allows you to save. Moving along on the ribbon, you have this Save shortcut icon. It looks like a disk. You have Undo. This gives you the redo function if that can be enabled. So let me just type in something. If I type in some data here, it's still not letting me redo. But anyway, Moving along, this shortcut allows you to email. This shortcut is to open up a new document. This is a shortcut to open a document. This is to spell check. This shortcut is to select visible cells. Print, if you wanted to print your data real quick, you just hit that button and then it prints to your printer. Print preview. Print preview function is if you ever want to see what your data looks like before you print preview is very powerful. Let me go back. And this is a camera function. So those are several shortcuts that I have on the ribbon. If you see this drop down box with the little arrow, this is called the Customized Quick Access Toolbar. That becomes very important because you could put several shortcuts on this piece of the toolbar here. So you can modify this toolbar actually as needed. Correction, I called this the ribbon. This is not the ribbon. This section is actually called the toolbar, the green section. This gray section is called the ribbon. So apologies for that. So in this quick access toolbar, if you hit this drop down, if you want to take things that you already have the toolbar out, you can just click on it. So you see the new icon is gone. If I click back, the new icon is now here. So again, if you want to remove something, you can click off. If you want to put it back, you put it on. If you want to add other things to the toolbar, you go back to this drop down box and you can go to more commands. When you open that up, you'll see there is a drop down box. This has Excel has several quick access commands that are frequently used. So it has this for your choice. So if you have the calculate now, you can, let's say we want the calculate now option, you can hit the add button and it brings it over to this side. So whatever's on this side, this is what will actually show up in your quick access toolbar. Fill color is a popular one I like to use. Copy. Font size is a good one. And I think that's all I use for the most part. But what's cool about the quick access toolbar is in this drop down now, there's not only popular commands, you can click all commands and Excel will show you all the different shortcuts that you can add to the quick access toolbar. There's tons of them. And then it has the different commands filtered by different tabs. If you have on the data tab, filter is another good one. If you want to put in commands from the data tab, you can do that. All these different tabs here, you can go to your select tab and see what commands you would like to put in your quick access toolbar, and you can add those. Once you have all your shortcuts added on this section, you can just hit OK. When you hit OK, you see they're added here. Another thing you can do in terms of the toolbar area is you could put it below the ribbon, which is this gray section, or keep it above the ribbon. So in order to do that, you click on the drop down. You have the option show below the ribbon, and you could put it below the ribbon. Me personally, I like it below the ribbon. When you open Excel for the first time, it defaults to above the ribbon. So now I have my toolbar below the ribbon. I'll just save this file again. So I just wanted to give everyone a quick intro to the quick access toolbar and to the basic Excel commands. You can see here, this is some work I've done in creating a mock yearly budget, just to show everyone the different things Excel can do. So it shows in this example, a person started with $2,000 at the beginning of the year, and then they have their paycheck, and then they have all their different expenses. And then at the end of the month, it shows you how much money you have left over. And then that starting point from January, which is the $2,200, that carries over to February. And then the same thing repeats. So now with this quick document that I built, you can track your expenses for the whole entire year and see how much money you would have left over for the entire year. But again, we can get more into the specifics on how I created that budget in subsequent videos. Thanks a lot. Thanks for listening.